For the past 11 seasons, Rosanne Scott has patrolled the sidelines of the Westminster Titans.
Let's attack. Let's go. Team on three. 1, 2, 3. Team. Go get it, Al. Up, stay in it. Hands. 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 Hey, Jenna. 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 Jenna, Courtney, here. What side are you guys on? Hey, Gabby, here, 23. Job. Way to make the push. Way to make the push. Way to make the push. Way to make the push.
Good job.
Hannah, hey, Al, you got 23. Hannah, you got 35.
Under Scott's tutelage, the Westminster women's basketball program has enjoyed its most successful era, making 2 trips to the NCAA tournament and winning the school's first ever PAC crown in 2005. As a player at Bethany College from 1996 through 2000, Rosanne Scott also helped spearhead what would become the most successful era in the Bison women's basketball program. Owning countless single-game, single-season, and career records as a Bison, Rosanne Scott was inducted into the Bethany College Athletic Hall of Fame in September.
It was really nice. I had a lot of friends that came back and former teammates that came back, coaches, and a lot of my family came. So I had about 20 people there, and I haven't seen a lot of them in a long time, former teammates and friends. So it was really nice. You know, I think that's really what meant to me was, you know, the dinner was at 6, so they're leaving work on Friday, getting there, and you know the hustle and bustle of life and their kids, and to them to make an effort to get there, to be there for that, really meant a lot to me.
It's been a long time coming. Should have probably happened a few years ago when she was the first. 10 years out, she probably should have went in, and very deserving. When I first met her, you know, our freshman year. And we went to our first open gym together, and I saw her play. I was like, wow, she's pretty good. You know, she played like a guy. Not many girls play like a guy, and she had that, you know, that in her, and we started playing, and we started clicking together, and she, you know, just went on. From that day on, it was just, you know, she broke record after record, and she had a great career at Bethany, well deserving.
Prior to Rosanne Scott's arrival to Bethany, the women's program had rarely a winning season, let alone thoughts of a conference title. With Scott, the Bison won their first ever PAC championship in 1997 and remain perennial contenders in the years to come.
Our freshman year is the first ever PAC championship for Bethany. So it was a big deal because we were freshmen coming in, and you know, we were a big part of that team. You know, we had some seniors on there that were really good players, but Rose, you know, stepped up and she became a starter her freshman year, and you know, that's where it all started. That was our first PAC championship, and every year except our sophomore year when we had a bunch of injuries, and you know, we won the championship every year. We made it to the postseason, never got a win in the postseason, but you know, the championships were really great to be a part of, and she definitely was one of the stars on every team.
After winning the PAC title in 1997 with freshman phenom Rosanne Scott at the point, the Bison welcomed in a young 26-year-old coach who wasn't far removed from setting the all-time scoring mark at Division II Concord College. Many now know Gina DeRubo as the longtime head coach of the W&J Presidents, but before that, she spent her first 7 seasons as the head coach at Bethany, where she led the Bison to 5 conference crowns. Rosanne Scott was there for DeRubo's first 2 title runs in 1999 and 2000.
She was a huge part of it, you know, and she was surrounded by other good players, you know, and when she came to Bethany, it changed that program. You know, they had, I think, 1 winning season before she got there, with Stephanie Cunningham was there the year before I got there, and so Rose was really a part of changing the whole culture of Bethany basketball, and they made the NCAA tournament, and she was a huge part of that.
She was the floor leader you know, she was very quiet when she came in, but she became a leader, you know, slowly became a leader, and, you know, we went to her everybody went to her, and we didn't know what to do with Go to Rose. She was always had that coach mentality in her, and, you know, we needed to know what to do, we went to Rose. But she dominated quickly from freshman year on,
By the end of her playing career, Scott left Bethany as the all-time leading scorer and currently ranks third on that list with 1,636 career points. She remains the school's all-time leader in assists and steals and holds the single-game scoring mark at Bethany, pouring in 47 points against Point Park on January 6, 1998.
That's exactly right. I mean, she could definitely take over a game. I think she had 46 points against Point Park one year. She was like laughing at people. And it was so funny because she was so unassuming and a shy kid. But I think getting on the floor was kind of her outlet. And she, Coach Staten, who was coaching here at the time, she would talk about Rose and like, what did you used to run for Rose? That's what we need to do for this player. I'm like, Rose could do anything she wanted. She was such a good player. But she had 3 great seasons for me, and just like I said, she was so well-rounded. She could do anything. She was nice to coach, especially her first year. Well, I'm like, thank God Rose is here.
As graduation neared for Scott in 2000, the dilemma of what to do next arose. A familiar mentor provided a guiding hand.
But I actually, Coach DeRubo was after my senior year, and she was like, you might want to get, because I went to Bethany for physical education, wasn't finding a job, I was like, I don't know if I want to teach. I went into student taught. I was like, this isn't really something I'm excited about that I want to do. And she was like, why don't you look into being a GA, or I think you would be really good at it. So she actually pointed me into the direction that I could do this. So and I give her a lot of credit because I know she's the one that pointed out this position, Westminster, that was an intern position at the time. So she had an interview, and here I am.
In many ways, her playing career at Bethany has mirrored her coaching career at Westminster. Scott was a 2-time winner of the PAC Player of the Year Award and is also a 2-time winner of the PAC Coach of the Year Award. She helped Bethany to its first PAC title as a player, and she guided Westminster to its first PAC title as a coach. Aside from the comparable accolades as a player and coach, there are other similarities Scott has maintained over the years.
She's very, very vocal on the sideline. She was very vocal after she got her feet wet a little bit and she got warm around all the players and stuff as a player. She became vocal, and definitely her senior year she was very vocal. And I see that the same side of her on the sidelines, especially the stomp. She likes to stomp her feet a lot, and she yells, not too bad, but yeah, I see it both on the when she played and on as a coach.
Gabby, hey, call for this outlet. They're going to jam the rebounder. Call for it so they know where they're going. Let's go. Corner, court! Leave her. Short!
A far cry from the shy freshman girl who arrived at Bethany in 1996, Rosanne Scott has cajoled and motivated her Westminster Titans to nearly 150 victories during her 12-year tenure as head coach, and doing it with an infectious enthusiasm.
Very energetic. I know you just had her mic'd, but if you would put a video camera on her, she's always crawling on the floor or stomping her foot or something like that. But I'd say very energetic, very into the game, very enthusiastic. So
I don't know. I would think that I try to push them to their potential, and I think with the team that I have and with the players that I've had is they come here and they think that they're as best as they're going to get, and I try to push them to a whole nother level. We have a whole nother level of like you are better, you can do more. It's getting to that breaking point. Not only in the court but in the classroom. Our big focus, and we have a sign in the locker room, is leave the court a better player, leave Westminster a better person, and that's what I hope that when they leave here that they are.
Rosanne Scott, Hall of Fame player and championship coach.
1, 2, 3.
Team.
It's a W.
I can't wait.
It's a W.